Let's go, it's on! Chase.
I'm hunting buffalo with my cousin Colin on our concession Buffelsdrift hunting safaris. Colin was in search of an old dagga boy, and joining us was a good friend, Bertus. Colin and I shared numerous hunting memories over the years. We have been hunting together since childhood. This particular hunt held a special significance for many reasons. Colin carried his 500 Nitro Express double. I carried the 458 Winchester Magnum that belonged to our grandfather and has been passed down through generations. This hunt ticked so many boxes, although it turned out to be a more challenging hunt than what we anticipated. Nevertheless, it left us deeply enriched by the memories it created and the camaraderie it strengthened. The bushveld awake and alive this morning. So we are hunting here on our concession here in the bushveld. It's on the border of Botswana, of the Limpopo River. I'm joined by my cousin Colin and a friend of ours, Bertus. And Colin and I, we've been hunting for many years together, since childhood. We've been all around South Africa and also in Namibia. And we share some very special memories over the years. This hunt is special, particularly in the fact that we're hunting buffalo. So Colin is in search of a buffalo, and in this area we've got some solitary bulls. The problem is they walking mostly in the night, and in early mornings they search for a hideaway, a place to bed down for the day. And so they tend to go in those very thick stuff, and there is a lot of thick stuff in this area. So it's going to be a challenging hunt, but a very special one for that matter. So I'm looking forward to that, Colin.
Yes, Nico, thank you for having us here, and thanks for the opportunity that you've created for us, all the effort and planning and organizing the trip, making sure that everything is in place and up and ready for us to just be in the field and track the buffalo, and hopefully we find a nice one. I think, as Nico said, it's definitely a very special occasion for me, and buffalo hunt is, I think it's the majority of the young guys' dreams when you grow up in the bush and have hunts and things. So yeah, glad to have the opportunity and privilege to be here this morning. Rather nobody else that I wanted to share it with. So thanks, Nico.
Looking forward to that, and Bertus, thank you for joining us and also helping us out with some footage. And behind the camera now is Frans. Yeah, he's our tracker. So that's gonna be our team for this morning. Just before we go, we're just going to say a little prayer. Baie dankie liewe Here vir vandag. Dankie dat jy kan wees in die bosveld en die mooi skepping dit geniet, en dankie vir die geleentheid om die rentmeesters te wees van die skepping. Daarvoor is ons baie dankbaar liewe Here, en dankie dat ons kan doen wat ons geniet. En ons vra vir u, en ons weet u beskermende hand oor ons, u guns oor ons en u seëning is oor ons. En dankie vir dit vir vandag. In Jesus se naam bid ons dit. Amen.
Amen.
So we are back this afternoon. They went into a different area, but again there's a lot of tickets. So we've got about an hour and a half daylight left. And we're just going to work these tickets and see if we can't flush them. Poachers. Here's a snake. So while looking for the buffalo in this thicket, we found some poacher tracks. Actually walking barefoot here in this thorny shrub. And we found a snare here. Obviously one of the biggest problems we have in Africa in hunting concessions is poaching. And the fight against poaching is never ending. You know, part of hunting is conservation. You know, hunting is probably the most effective tool of conservation in this time. They put a ball here somewhere. I already processed the meat. Mostly they would cut off all the meat and then dry it. But you can see there's actually knife marks here. So it's not a kill by a predator. Early this morning, around about 7:30, we picked up 2 buffalo bulls tracks and we followed them into the thickets for a while. I think 2-3 hours later we found them, we bumped them close 10-15 meters maybe. And we were actually looking at the dark patch there in the thickets, and we couldn't make out if it was buffalo. And it was buffalo, and they got spooked. Left, we followed the tracks again, and it got hot. It was early afternoon, maybe late morning. We decided to head back to camp, had lunch, and came back this afternoon, and then continued on the tracks. But we didn't find him again. So they went into the thickets. We followed the tracks now up to 10-20 meters back, and then they turned around, moved in that direction. So we will continue on tomorrow morning. But we had some excitement today, I think, to start off.
Yeah.
Die lijkt dus niet aan het die kant op. Het is 2 bulls. Daar is het langs. 2 bulls. That's a nice track. Yeah. So we're gonna go on these tracks. Probably heading that way. But a couple of hours ago, very cold this morning. So we're following tracks of 2 bulls. One bedded down here, and then they went that way. tracks. They got spooked by something. I don't know if it was us. I ran for a little while, stopped here, because he stood here and looked back. But then slowly walked on. So maybe we'll find him now. They must start bedding down now. It's 9:30. So the wind's starting to blow, but we're gonna push for a little while more and then maybe call it a morning and try get him to relax and try this afternoon. We are back on the tracks this afternoon. We left him for about 3 hours. Only got about 2 hours of daylight left. So hopefully we can find him better down. We've just bumped them in some thickets. They were still not moving after the day's rest, and there was a lot of rocks, so we weren't quiet enough. And try and catch up with them. We gave them a little bit of time, and see if we can't find them again. So we decided to call it a day. We came back this afternoon and continued on the tracks we left this morning. We didn't even went a kilometer when we bumped in, and it was unfortunate because I think we had a good setup. There was just a lot of rocks. We didn't think they were in that thick patch that they were in, and we spooked them. We took off, and we continued until now, so it's dusk. So we just left them here, but they just keep on going in the thickets. It's really difficult, you know. In some instances you can only see 5 or 10 meters, and they can hear probably 20, 30 meters away. So we decided to call it a day. Tomorrow morning we'll continue on the tracks. So it's the second day on the specific bulls. I think it got a little bit personal now. So we're going back to camp and re-plan for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so. Sounds like it.
It's the third morning and we are back on the tracks of these bulls that we've been following for the last 2 days. Moving into a different direction. So let's see. This is the second water they drank last night. We've been on the track for almost 3 hours now. And they are in a completely different area. So they drank the last time last night, and they left in that direction. But we've been on the tracks for 3 hours. We did quite a few kilometers, and we sent the tracker with our camera back to the bucket to go and fetch it. Then we're going to continue on the tracks. They are already bedding down, so let's see what we can do. Unfortunately, we don't have the cameraman with us now, so we're gonna have to maybe
Improvise.
Improvise with the phone.
But just believe the story if we tell you.
Yeah, if we can't capture the shot. Very noisy walking here. Close to here. There's oxpecker in the tree. We did almost 5 hours this morning. Don't know how many kilometers. It's now midday and the track stopped here in the thickets here. So we're just contemplating what our next move is. 20-minute break. And we're back on the tracks. It's now 12 o'clock. So finally we caught up with them, but they were about 50 meters from us. It was just too dense, and they probably heard us because there's just too much leaves and grass where we walked. So they got spooked again, and this time they took off for the good. They just keep on running now. It's already late after. Rond de 4. Wat zeg je van rond de 4? It's the 4th day, and we followed these tracks this morning. The wind is gusting this morning, but they went into a thicket. We believe they're bedding down now. So hopefully we can sneak up to them. It's our fourth day, and finally we caught up with them. Every time when we caught up with them, they were just, beating down the thickets, and they, got scent of us or heard us, and then they just left. We didn't even see them once. We saw them quickly. Today we found them in this thick thorn shrub, and they were lying down in the midday afternoon. It was a very difficult shot. Definition was difficult to determine. I think Colin made a good shot. We're going to give him about 20-30 minutes and then we'll start on his tracks. What do you think, Colin?
Yeah, I think with the visibility that we had and all the effort that we put in and the type of fun this is, I think you need to not take chances but to take the risk. Like Nico said, we found the definition of it. We pinpointed the body position. We made a calculated shot, and yeah, let's see what's the result of it.
It was difficult, but that was the only shot we had. And these guys are clever.
Very.
Our fifth morning. Yesterday afternoon, around about 1 o'clock, 12:30, we finally caught up with them. And you see, we had a very difficult shot, but it was one we had to take. Unfortunately, this buffalo, they're really skittish for a number of reasons, but mainly because we've got a bit of a problem, poaching problem here next to the purple. And these buffalo, they've been here for many years, so I guess they're skittish because of the poachers here. They're basically constantly here, so we finally got them. We had it, well, it was a very difficult shot, but it was a calculated shot, and I think Colin did well. The blood was good, it was on the shoulder, but he was lying down also. And we followed his tracks for the rest of the day until dark. He went quite a bit, and this morning we already found new tracks of him about 3 kilometers away from where we left the tracks last night. get it down here. We thought he's gonna come to the thickets here, but we've bumped him. We just heard him took off.
Yes. Hey Tom. Let's go. Let's go. Ek staan. Hom net nie verloor nie. Boys.
Lekker, Bertie.
Wel, toen mooi gespot. Wel dank camera.
Wacht, hij is ook een dood niet. Brandman?
Is bietjie laat ou.
And then it all paid off. Afterwards die bucks work. Yes, kyk so die bus kry die binne.
So Colin, after 5 days we finally got this bull down. You know, we had quite a few interesting days the last 5 days. We've been on the tracks for more than 40 hours, I guess. On two Dagga boys, and they are very skittish bulls for a number of reasons. One of them, there's a lot of poaching activity in this area, and we're struggling with that. So they've developed this habit to really avoid people and walk into thickets and stay there, bed down in the daytime, and then you know, they are so alert. So we had quite an interesting couple of days hunting them down. Yesterday afternoon we got into a position where we could take a shot about 20-25 meters. We were lying down, bedding down in very thick stuff. We only saw the tip of the one horn moving, so according to that we judged the shot. It was a risky shot, but I think Colin executed it perfectly. It went into the engine room, but you know, this guy just went. A day later we caught up with them again. He was running, and we were able to put in a few more shots to take him down. Yes. But a very special hunt on a number of accounts. You know, being able to hunt it with my cousin. You know, it's we've shared some special moments in the hunting veld, and this one being very memorable. Thanks, Colin.
No, the thank you goes to you, Nico. I think to be privileged enough to hunt alongside you was epic. I think the hunt itself also was, you know, every aspect of what you want in a buffalo hunt. I think we've ticked the boxes. You know, we did some real serious tracking, crawling alongside this rough terrain, trying to stay as quiet as we can, because these oaks, they don't give you a chance. I think the only time we saw them really was the time we found them with the shot we took yesterday. I think if we didn't take that shot, I don't think we would have gotten him again. But yeah, I think just in perspective of of the hunt itself, it was something that it pushed every limit of all aspects. I think what you can expect on a buffalo hunt. You know, it's rough terrain. So 1 or 2 days it was hot. We tracked it quite extensively into the bush. We did some kilometers on it, you know, and just the feel of it. It was so satisfying to get this bull at the end of the day. 1 or 2 times we thought they're going to outsmart us, but persistence prevails, and you know, we do it for the love of it. You know, and just think I wouldn't have in any other way than it went down. I think, you know, this is a highlight of my hunting experience, and just to share it with Nico and Bertus, my good friend, who's also here behind the camera actually. So kudos to him as well. I just want to say a special thanks to Buffelsdrift Hunting Safaris and also Coetzee Adventures Hunting. Their partnership, I think, you know, it's one of the best partnerships, you know, which you can see. They do the effort, they put in the time, planning, everything around it brought together just gives you the ultimate Limpopo buffalo hunting experience. And all the guys who's around here in the camp, the guys, the trackers, and everyone who helped, I really appreciate it, and thanks for being part of this. And thank you for taking your time, Nico, to make it able for us to do this.
It's
I
my
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Absolutely. Colin, thank you so much. What an epic hunt.
Yeah, definitely.
What rifle did you use?
I used the Heim 500 Nitro, side by side, and the bullets was 577 grains. I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, did the job.
You did the job.
Yeah, but also we've got another special one next to us.
Yeah. So this is a 458 Manly Sunauer. It belonged to our grandfather. My dad inherited it, and then I also inherited it. That's very special to us. You know, also, you know, hunting with my cousin. This rifle also had, you know, quite a bit of stories to tell. It's got a leather sling, and there's indents on that sling of all the big five that it hunted. So he's got another indent on that sling. So that's special to us as well.
And the other rifle that's allowed to shoot something like our shot as well.
Yeah, exactly, just like that. En voor de buffels, spurs nou brokkie.
We zijn bezig met die bloopers.
What do you think, Colin?
Nou, niet meer zulke gevraagd.
Is that all you're gonna say?
Yes.
Si, senor.
The English words are finished now. Tomorrow I start a new batch of English words.
Say van rond de 4. Getting ready for the big track. Switches on. Let's go.
Yeah,
You happy with that, Colin?
happy with that.
Happy with that. Yep. Interesting times. Nog bloopers.
Bloopers en routers.